Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Sport Show. Yeah, I'm laughing because I was just watching something very funny, which I can't share with you guys. But yeah, it is what it is. Huh? It is. As you can see, I still got tears in my eyes. It was hilarious. If I tell you about it, they must probably ban me on on YouTube. So don't worry. Nothing. Just very humorful. On the cost of other people. That's about it. Let me take a sip of tea. Man. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it this morning. As we have a few things to talk about. Let's have a look at those topics. We're talk about the Champions League. Hey, all the gooners out there. Huh? Then the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, NFL, Eurobasket's coming up, rugby, man. Got a little thing about Manchester United. Go a little bit more in depth into the NBA. Some teams that are just goddamn terrible. There's darts. The Masters start tomorrow. We've got a lot of things to get into. Let's get into. But listen here, first of all, hey, go check out our rugby update that came out yesterday. I went off my rocker a little bit. And we'll just check it out. It's also funny. You can have a little laugh out there. And then, as I always say, don't take everything so seriously. Okay, I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on here sometimes for the stuff that I say. I'm sorry about that. But let's have a look at those Champions League results from last night. FC Arsenal, known as the Gunners or the Gooners. Look, hey, they beat Real Madrid. No. They destroyed Real Madrid 3-0 yesterday through two fantastic free kicks from Declan Rice. And they're on their way. I can't see them throwing a 3-0 away, even if they have to go to the Bernabeu. Then Bayern Munich against Inter Milano. 2-1 to Inter Milano. Listen here, if you watched our live watch along from yesterday, somebody is a genius, a savant, because he tipped this exactly right. I need to say more. But a good game. Look, we had 6 goals yesterday. It started off slow. It wasn't that exciting, but the second half of both games was very good. It's looking good for Arsenal and it's looking good for Inter Milano. But hey, listen here, we've got to talk about this man. I'm not a biggest fan of Declan Rice. Have I ever been a fan of any Arsenal player? Of course, I would embrace him if he came to Man United. But hey, look. If that's what 100 million gets you, well then, well done. Hey, 2 fantastic free kicks. I thought the first one, the goalie could have done better, but the second one was one of the best free kicks I've seen for a long time. So congratulations to Declan Rice for getting the star man. It's not often an Arsenal player gets star man on this channel, I can tell you that. Then hey, don't forget tonight, there is more Champions League coming up tonight. We have Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain against Aston Villa. So please join us for that. It's going to be at 9:15 Central European Time. Then I did put out a video of is there hope for Manchester United in the season 2025-2026. I just kind of put out which players I would keep, sell, who I think they should bring in. You can see those 5 there. Check it out. It's an interesting video, and please give me your thoughts on that. I love the feedback. Then I'm going down to the lesser leagues in England, but listen here. In the Championship, it is hotting up, and Leeds and Burnley look like they maybe get direct promotion to the Premier League. Sheffield United's in there. As you know, the first 2 go directly up, and 3 to 6 are in the playoffs. I would like to see Middlesbrough back up into the Premier League. Would be interesting to see, but that's the Premier League at the moment. Then, hey, congratulations to Tom Brady and his Birmingham City. They have got promotion back into the Championship after being 1 year relegated. And it looks like Wrexham's story is going to be, keeps on going. They're going to come up as well. So, all interesting. Then just a quick, to let you know, tomorrow, of course, we have the Eurobasket. I'm not going to get too much into that. I will get more into that tomorrow. So let's go straight into the US sports. And there's some big things happening in the NBA. First of all, let's go through the results and then we'll get into the rest. Let me get my NBA page up. Okay, so the Grizzlies beat the Hornets 124 Oh, let me just sit over there a little bit better. 124 to 100 against the Hornets. Jay Morant with 28 points and 8 assists. It's about time he doesn't. He plays basketball and doesn't get himself into trouble all the time. The Cavaliers spanked the Bulls 135-113. Garland had 28 points there. The Pacers beat the Wizards 104 to 98. The Magic beat the Hawks 119 to 112. Pablo Banchero with 33 points and 10 rebounds. The Pelicans lost to the Brooklyn Nets 119-114. The Celtics pipped the Knicks 119-117. Kristaps Porzingis with 34 points for the winners, the Celtics, and for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns 34 points and 14 rebounds. The Minnesota Timberwolves lost to the Bucks 110-113 after they were up by 24 points going into the last quarter, something like that. Giannis with another triple-double, 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Lakers got spanked by the Thunder 136-120. That is the revenge game they played 2 nights ago, and it was the other way around. The man there was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 42 points for the Thunder. The Warriors destroyed the Suns. The Suns are just an abysmal compilation of shit. 133-95. Steph Curry with 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the Clippers. The Clippers are a team that is just quietly going about business. 122-117 against the San Antonio Spurs. But I'm going to get into a little bit more depth into the NBA. Let me just check the chats out there. Service. Oh, here comes Alverne with not exactly. Plus, you were so far off it. It was like the distance from here to fucking Mars. I was that close, and you talking about you're talking about inches here. I'm talking about fucking light years where you were off. So don't worry about it. Shouldn't you be working there where you are? But let's get into some sad news. I think this is a disgrace. Mike Malone, coach of the Denver Nuggets, was sacked yesterday. Fired, as the Donald would say. I mean, look, he brought them a championship 2 years ago. He's been there 10 years. I mean, they've had injury problems the whole season. Jamal Murray's played such a little games, and then they sack it. Just no goddamn respect from the coach. I think that's a bad move. But look, it is what it is. So he's gone. The GM's gone. Perfect preparation for the playoffs, I think. But we'll see. So, hey, Mike Malone. But Mike Malone will get a job really quickly. There's a lot of teams looking for a coach. Then we did mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, star man in the NBA with 41 points. Yeah, is he going to get the MVP, or is it Nikola the Joker Jokic? But hey, before we go any further, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Just do it. It runs on top of the screen as well. But I have to give a little bit more pressure on you boys there. Huh? Now I want to show you guys something, because I went a little bit in depth on the NBA. You're going to see this list. Let me put the other one right next to it. These are all 30 teams in the NBA and what their players earn. Put together. Now, let me. I've got to do something here. There you go. All right. So now I can see this stuff better. Look here. Phoenix Suns have the highest payroll in the NBA with 220 million for all their players, and they don't make the bloody playoffs. Detroit Pistons have the worst, or they spend the least money. So they're the most intelligent franchise with 140 million, $80 million. They pay their players less a year, and they comfortably make the playoffs. The Orlando Magic, the second lowest team, comfortably make the playoffs. Then you look at another team that spends a shitload of money. Philadelphia 76ers didn't make the playoffs. New Orleans Pelicans in 11 didn't make the playoffs. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, this big three that the NBA has got, just paying players ridiculous amounts of money, is not working. I mean, you look at it. I'm going to show you now. Detroit, Orlando in the playoffs, Memphis in the playoffs, Oklahoma City in the playoffs, Indiana in the playoffs, Houston in the playoffs, Cleveland. I mean, look at it. From the bottom half, the teams that spend the least money are making the playoffs. I don't know what's wrong with these boys. I don't know so I'm going to get into 2 teams, one out of the East and one out of the West. And there's only one place to start in the West, is the Phoenix Suns with these 3 boys. I mean, listen here. The big 3. I'm going to tell you about the big 3. The big 3. Durant earns $51 million a year. Devin Booker 49 and Bradley Beal 50. So on average, they earned 50 million each. 150 million spent on 3 players doesn't get you in the playoffs. I've got to give it to them. At least they played a lot of games, which is actually quite bad. They should have been injured more. That could have given them an excuse. Durant played 62, Booker played 72, and Bradley Beal played 50. But I mean, come on. If that's what money gets you in the NBA, just throw it out the window, man. Throw it out the window. Then we're going to go to another team. We go to the East. Yes, it is the 76ers. And they're 3 top earners. Now, I put Tyrese Maxey a little bit smaller in the middle because I'll take Tyrese Maxey out of this. He's done a fantastic job. He's played 52 games this season. And he only earns 35 million a year. But these other 2 twats left and right from him. Joel Embiid earns 51 million. He played 19 games. He's earning $2.5 million a game, if you put it that way. And that doesn't get you to the playoffs. And then you have Devin George. He earns 49 million. Played 41 games. I mean, if you want to know how to destroy money, if I was the Suns and if I was the 76ers, I would fire them all, fire the GM, trade the players, and go get myself the GM from the Detroit Pistons or from the Orlando Magic, because this is a disgrace. This is a disgrace, man. Come on, you cannot be serious about this. And then we move on. Let's move on to some cooler stuff. Here we go. The NHL did have a game today. Let me have a look what Vern's saying. He's saying nothing anymore. I shut him down. Carolina Hurricanes lost 3-0 to the Buffalo Sabres. The Detroit Red Wings lost 1-4 to the Canadiens. The Maple Leafs lost 1-3 to the Florida Panthers. The Bruins destroyed the Devils 7-2. The Ottawa Senators lost 2-5 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blackhawks got shut out 0-5 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Islanders and the Predators went all the way to the OT extra time, and the Predators prevailed 7-6. The Canucks beat the Stars 6-5 in a close one. Vern's Kraken got destroyed by the Utah Hockey Club. Let's be honest. That is the game of the 2 worst named teams in the league. Utah Hockey Club. Come up with something else. Utah Hockey Club. A bloody 3-year-old will come up with a name like that. And Kraken. I mean, what the fuck is a Kraken? I know of a crack that's down the back of my arse. And then the Golden Knights lost after overtime in a shootout to the Avalanche 3-2. But now my Knights are safely in the playoffs. Don't worry about it. Then we move to the Major League Baseball. I quizzed Vern yesterday. He's starting to get all these names down. So the Padres beat the Athletics 5-4. The Yankees lost 0-5 to the Detroit Tigers. The Chicago White Sox lost 0-1 to the Cleveland Guardians. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-3. The Florida Marlins lost 5-10 to the New York Mets. The LA Dodgers, a little bit of a slide at the moment. They lost 2-8 to the Washington Nationals. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Boston Red Sox 6-1. The California Angels beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3. The Philadelphia Phillies lose 5-7 to the Atlanta Braves. It's one of the few wins from the Braves this year. And the Minnesota Twins lose to the Kansas City Royals. But that's only the first part of it. Here comes the second part of that scoreboard. The Texas Rangers lost 10-6 to the Chicago Cubs. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies 7-1. Baltimore Orioles lost 3-4 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Astros and the Mariners, it's 1-1, and they're in the top of the 11th extra innings there. The Reds beat the Giants 1-0. And the San Diego Padres lose 4-10 to the Oakland Athletics. Baseball, that's it. Oof, always a lot of baseball every morning. But I like baseball. I don't mind watching a game every now and then. Then don't forget this weekend is the Bahrain Grand Prix. So if anybody hasn't got any sleep this week because you've been working really, really hard and you're very tired, watch that Grand Prix in the morning. I guarantee you after 10 minutes you'll fall asleep. It's sleep like a baby because it's boring as shit. Because if it's anything like the last Grand Prix, the Japanese Grand Prix, don't even switch on to watch the race because it's terrible. And I will only start promoting the Formula One when it starts getting better because it's a shit show at the moment. Then we move on. Tomorrow it starts the golf, the Masters. Listen here, the Masters golf is more exciting than the Formula One. And that's saying a hell of a lot. And I'm looking forward to it. I love that place in Augusta, Georgia there. And can somebody take the crown away from Scotty Scheffler that won last year? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, huh? And then tomorrow night is also the PDC Darts in Manchester. At least something exciting is happening in Manchester, because the Derby wasn't exciting. Can Stephen Bunting win another night in the darts? Let's hope so. I mean, he did a good job there in Berlin. But hey, that's the sports for this morning. 60 minutes in the book. I'm hot, I'm ready. I'm waiting for the Champions League this evening. Don't forget to join us for that. Let me put that out there again, just to remind you. Champions League Wednesday. Barcelona, Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Aston Villa. Let's see who can win it. Join us 8:45 for that this evening, Central European time. Otherwise, check out all our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Let me put that out there again. Otherwise, where's that? Otherwise, there you go. Otherwise, my political advisor will say I didn't do enough. Don't forget, just join the channel and have a lot of fun with us. And thanks a lot. We're up to 35,512 subscriptions. We're on our way to 40,000, which would be fantastic. And you guys stay safe, take it easy, relax, and see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place, 7 o'clock Central European time. Have a good one.